Stop scrolling. This is not motivation. This is a moment. If you're tired of life, not tired of work, not tired of people, but tired deep inside, stay here. Because this kind of tiredness doesn't come from weakness. It comes from carrying too much for too long. Most people don't quit life loudly. They quit quietly. They wake up, they function, they smile. But inside, something feels empty. If that sounds like you, this isn't an accident. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear a prayer that reaches places words usually can't. A prayer that speaks to the part of you that feels worn down, unseen, and heavy. You may not understand why you clicked. You may not even believe right now. But listen, sometimes exhaustion is not the end. Sometimes it's the sign that something is about to change. The tiredness you feel isn't your enemy. It's a message. And if you're still listening, that means your story isn't finished yet. You're not tired because you're lazy. You're tired because you've been strong for too long without rest. This kind of tiredness doesn't come from doing nothing. It comes from doing everything. Holding things together when they should have fallen apart. Showing up when you had nothing left. Carrying responsibilities that were never meant to sit on one person's shoulders. You've been strong for your family, strong for your work, strong for people who depend on you but don't always see you. You learned how to keep going even when no one clapped for you. You learned how to smile even when your heart felt heavy. You learned how to stay silent about your pain because you didn't want to be a burden. And over time, that strength turned into exhaustion. You wake up and your body moves, but your spirit feels slow. You do what needs to be done, but joy doesn't come easily anymore. You still care, but not with the same fire you once had. This isn't because you're broken. It's because you've been carrying emotional weight without release. People see the version of you that functions. They don't see the version of you that lies awake at night thinking. They don't hear the quiet questions you ask yourself when everything goes silent. Why am I still tired even after resting? Why does it feel like I'm running but not moving forward? Why does hope feel distant even when nothing is technically wrong? That's because the battle you're fighting isn't visible. Some struggles don't leave bruises. They leave heaviness. They leave mental fatigue. They leave a constant feeling of being drained without knowing exactly why. You've been strong through disappointment, strong through unanswered prayers, strong through moments where you did everything right and still didn't see change. That kind of strength costs something. And when strength is never replenished, it turns into weariness. You're not tired of life itself. You're tired of carrying expectations. You're tired of being needed. You're tired of being the one who holds it together while your own heart feels fragile. There's a quiet pressure that builds when you're always the responsible one, the dependable one, the one who doesn't fall apart. Over time, you stop asking for help. You stop explaining how you feel. You convince yourself that you just need to push a little harder. But pushing through everything doesn't heal you. It only delays the moment when your soul asks for rest. The exhaustion you feel is not failure. It's feedback. It's your inner self telling you that something needs care, not criticism. That something needs healing, not pressure. You weren't designed to survive on constant strength. You were designed to move between effort and rest, between giving and receiving. But life taught you to give more than you receive, to pour out even when your cup was low, to keep going even when your spirit was asking for a pause. And now that pause is asking louder. This is why even small things feel heavy. This is why motivation feels distant. This is why you can't explain your tiredness to people who haven't lived it. You're not losing your way. You're responding to prolonged pressure. And there's something important you need to hear. Weariness is not the opposite of faith. It's often the result of having faith for too long, without relief. You believed, you hoped, you waited, and waiting while being strong takes energy. The fact that you're tired doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you've been fighting longer than anyone realizes. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling this way. There is nothing weak about needing rest. There is nothing shameful about admitting that you've reached your limit. Limits are not endings. They are signals. Signals that it's time for support. Signals that it's time for renewal. Signals that something inside you is ready for healing. And if you're listening to this right now, it means that part of you still believes things can change. Even if that belief feels small, even if it feels tired, that belief is enough to begin again. You don't need to be stronger. You don't need to try harder. You don't need to push more. You need restoration. And this moment, this pause, this awareness is where restoration begins. Say this with me, slowly, honestly, even if your voice shakes. God, I come to you tired. Not tired of living, but tired of carrying everything alone. I'm tired of being strong when I don't feel strong. Tired of holding myself together when parts of me feel worn down. Tired of pretending I'm okay when inside I feel heavy. I admit it now. I can't do this by myself anymore. I give you the weight I never spoke about. The worries I kept hidden. The fears I pushed aside. The thoughts that kept me awake when no one else knew. I give you the disappointments I didn't process. The prayers I thought went unanswered. The moments I questioned myself in silence. God, take what I've been holding too tightly. Take what has been draining me slowly. Take what I was never meant to carry alone. I release the thoughts that told me I'm behind. I release the thoughts that told me I've failed. I release the voice that keeps saying nothing will change. I let go of the belief that I am forgotten. I let go of the fear that my best days are over. I let go of the idea that I am alone in this. God, replace what has been wearing me down. Replace my weakness with strength that doesn't come from pressure, but from peace. Replace my fear with calm. Not the absence of problems, but the presence of your steadiness. Replace my exhaustion with hope. Hope that is quiet, but real. Hope that doesn't shout, but stays. Fill the empty places inside me. The places where joy used to live. The places where energy once flowed freely. Breathe into me again. Breathe life into my mind where thoughts have been heavy. Breathe peace into my heart where stress has settled. Breathe clarity into my spirit where confusion has lingered. Restore what has been drained. Renew what feels worn out. Heal what I've ignored for too long. God, I don't need all the answers right now. I just need the strength to take the next step without feeling crushed. Help me rest without guilt. Help me pause without fear. Help me trust that stopping for a moment does not mean giving up. Remind me that my worth is not measured by how much I endure. Remind me that I am allowed to be human. Remind me that I am allowed to need help. When my thoughts feel heavy, steady them. When my emotions feel overwhelming, calm them. When my energy feels low, carry me. God, meet me where I am right now, not where I wish I was, not where others expect me to be, but right here. I place my hand over my heart and I speak this truth. I may be tired, but I am not defeated. I may feel weak, but I am not broken. I may feel worn down, but I am not abandoned. You see me. You know me. You are with me. I trust you with today. I trust you with what I can't control. I trust you with the parts of my life that feel uncertain. Even if my strength is small, I offer it. Even if my faith feels quiet, I bring it. Even if my hope feels fragile, I hold on to it. Walk with me through this season. Lighten what feels heavy. Guide me when I feel unsure. Let peace settle where anxiety lived. Let calm replace the constant tension. Let rest reach deeper than sleep. God, thank you for listening. Thank you for carrying what I could not. Thank you for staying when I felt alone. I receive your peace now. I receive your strength now. I receive renewal now. And I move forward, not rushed, not pressured, but supported. Amen. Listen carefully. What you've just done matters. Moments like this don't come often, and they don't come randomly. Every real change needs a closing moment. Not noise, not effort, but intention. When people walk away too quickly, they fall back into the same patterns, the same thoughts, the same heaviness, the same quiet exhaustion. So take this moment seriously. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are human. You are not failing because you needed help. You are healing. It takes courage to pause. It takes strength to admit you're worn down. It takes honesty to stay when it would be easier to shut down. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still breathing, means something inside you hasn't given up. Even if your energy feels low, even if your hope feels quiet, even if your path feels unclear, your life is still moving forward, even when it feels slow. Your story is still being written, even when you feel stuck. Your future is still open, even when today feels heavy. This season you're in is not permanent. This weight is not your identity. This tiredness is not the end of you. You've survived more than you realize. You've endured things you never thought you could. You're still standing, even if you're standing quietly. Let that truth settle. Breathe slowly. Let your shoulders drop. Let the pressure ease. You don't have to solve everything tonight. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Take this moment as permission to rest your spirit, to trust that you are not alone, to believe that renewal is possible. Stay alive, stay open, stay hopeful. This chapter may be exhausting, but it is not the final page. Your story continues. This video is a calm, powerful prayer for anyone who feels deeply tired of life, not physically, but emotionally and spiritually. It speaks to people who have been strong for too long, carrying responsibilities, pressure, and silent pain without support. The message explains that this exhaustion is not weakness or failure, but a sign of long-term emotional weight and unspoken struggles. Through gentle words, it reassures viewers that their feelings are valid and understood. The prayer guides listeners to release hidden worries, fears, disappointments, and self-doubt, and to ask God for peace, renewal, and strength that doesn't come from pressure. It focuses on rest for the mind, calm for the heart, and hope for the future, even when answers are unclear. The message reminds viewers that they are not forgotten, not abandoned, and not finished. The closing emphasizes that feeling tired does not mean giving up. It means being human. It encourages staying present, staying hopeful, and trusting that this heavy season is temporary. The overall message is one of reassurance, healing, and quiet strength, reminding viewers that their story is still unfolding and that renewal begins by simply staying and listening.